Hey guys, this is Billy from Sunday Slockers. I'm joined by my wife Amanda,
Hello, guys.
and this is our second podcast. The first one we didn't even do an intro; we just went right into it. But I thought we'd do a quick little intro here. And by the way, I just want to start with this bridge. First thing, this is from 1977. What do you think of this bridge?
Looks pretty sweet. Looks very picturesque.
Would you like to have it on our layout? But like, how much would you be willing to pay for that thing? That thing's gigantic. I guarantee you that's not cheap. You're probably gonna need like two of them.
Two bridges?
Well, I'm assuming it only came with one. What are you gonna do? Just have like one set of cables and stuff and one support? You need at least two for it to look right. Like you just have literally one pillar is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like comes with two pillars, but it'd just be like one bridge section.
No, it would have to be like what you would buy now, like is completely different style. But for you to go from one end to the other, like the whole piece would come together.
What I'm saying is though, Amanda, you'd only have one set of supports, like the cables. You know what I'm saying? Like you would need a start of the bridge and an end of the bridge.
Right.
So if you bought one bridge, you'd only get the start. That thing only, if you look at that page, it only had one, like the two pillars, and that was it. The two pillars and then the cables.
That'd be dumb. I don't think that's how it is.
No, that's how it was. Anyway, to me, that would be $150 Canadian in this day and age. No question. Be super expensive, but I'd pay it. And as somebody who's sold slot cars for retail, like we were a retail shop, I had a lot of people asking about the 143rd scenery, mistaking it for 132nd. So I think Carrera should definitely be reprinting that. What about you?
I agree because it looks nice.
So I know a lot of people already on here saying, well, that's from 1977. There's no way they still have the tooling. But I got news for you. Take a quick look at this page here. And what does this car here remind you of? That's the Carrera Porsche car. I don't know why you're rubbing your forehead like you don't remember. You forgot what the freaking car is called, didn't you?
No, I was just rubbing my eyes. I'm tired.
Anyway, so like, listen, I'm telling you right now, that is the same tooling. That's the same car that they just released in 2020. I do not think Carrera ditched their old tooling. I think they keep it all. So Carrera, listen, I'm begging you, please reprint this bridge. Everybody wants this bridge. I love this bridge. We got the check lane. Let's get a 124 scale bridge, please, please.
What if they decided to do that, but base it off of a different bridge? Do you think you'd want a Blue Water Bridge or
Well, I really
San
don't.
Francisco Bridge or?
Well, I'm assuming that's based on the Golden Gate Bridge, but yeah, I really don't care. Like, I'll take any bridge. I'd rather, I'm a bit of a bridge connoisseur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I might have stolen a bridge or two when I was younger.
Oh, guys, that's
No,
a long
no,
story.
I'm gonna post. If I have the clip, I will post the clip.
We're gonna steal a bridge. We're on our way to go steal the bridge now.
We're so good at this.
Man, Okay. As you can see, we kind of got her out a little bit. This is the bridge. There's a dam over here. I guess people were working on it, but they're not gonna have a bridge anymore.
Yeah, this is our bridge.
We kind of collapsed it in the water by screwing up, as you can see here. I kind of stood at the end, and well, actually, I kind of stood at the end, and what happened was the bridge could not support my weight at the very end, and a bunch of things broke at the back. So yeah, we're gonna get back at her.
All right.
Let's go back to stealing it, boys. All right. Okay. Get her up. Hold on. There we go. Wow, you're being rough. It's just a bridge.
Hey, guys.
Here, hold on, you got it. Or not. Bungees.
Okay, so let's just move on to what got us both into slot cars. I'm just going to quickly start. I'm going to ask you some questions after, okay? So I was actually super small. Like, I think I was, I don't know, like 5 or 6? I could have even been 4 for all I remember. I remember my grandpa, I must have been like 5 or 6 though. my grandpa bought me a little figure eight Sonic the Hedgehog slot car track. And I want to point out that it came with this palm tree. And I thought this palm tree came with like a Lego or Playmobil set or something, like my whole friggin' childhood life. And then I saw a picture of the Sonic the Hedgehog figure eight, and I was like, "There's a freaking palm tree." Okay. And by the way, this is like a really cheap slot car set. Like it was just a small little figure eight. Didn't hold my attention too long. I love Sonic. I did play with it. Like I do remember playing with it a couple times, even as a little figure eight. So it does go to show you like slot cars on a smaller scale, even for little kids, can still be entertaining. Do you want to know the really ironic thing about this Sonic the Hedgehog slot car set?
What?
Tails was faster. It wasn't even a contest. The Tails car was much, much faster than Sonic was.
But again, they're just vehicles. It's not their actual
Sonic would be
capabilities.
faster. I do not want to get into this argument over Sonic versus Tails, and most of our listeners here are boomers who don't even know.
I will say one thing.
Okay.
Tails was good with technology. So maybe that's why he was faster, because he just knew what he had to do.
Okay, look, Sonic's the fastest thing alive.
Again, Sonic wasn't
Just
himself running. It was him in a car.
I'm just busting your balls, okay? So anyway, I didn't want to spend this much time on this. I do remember getting another slot car set. I must have been older. I don't even want to guess when I got it. Maybe my stepbrothers even had some. But it was a surprise to me because the Sonic the Hedgehog track from back when I was a little kid worked with the new stuff. Like, I don't know if it's the same company or whatever. I'm pretty sure SCX and Carrera use the same track for their 1/43rd scale. So it wouldn't surprise me if these Chinese companies are just using the same track. I know for a fact, I watched another YouTube video where the Sonic from the old times, from when I was a kid, will not work with modern Sonic track. Because they still do make Sonic the Hedgehog slot car tracks, or at least they did until very recently. Sorry guys, did not research my cheap Chinese Sonic the Hedgehog slot car sets before I made this video. So we built some big horses actually. Like the 1/43rd stuff, you can get that really cheap. Like that's everywhere. It's so cheap. HO, I find the thing is the 1/43rd quality is much better than HO, like the HO from the past. Whereas modern day HO is what beats, honestly, I'd say AFX's track, if it didn't rust, would be much better than Carrera's. I've restored HO track and it sucks. How long did that take me?
Restoring it?
Yeah, when I restored that set. It wasn't the smallest set, but
I feel it took you it took you a few sessions anyways. I wasn't doing it, so I don't really know.
But I mean, did it take me like a week or did it take me half a week or what?
Probably a week.
Yeah, so
if not more.
But that was just, keep in mind, like whenever people talk about buying like SCX Skull-electric, when you're not buying rust-proof track, like you're gonna have some problems. The track that was HO was just small. Like all I had to do was just sand it, use a little X-Acto knife. Oh, sorry, not X-Acto knife. I used X-Acto blade, a hobby knife, to scrape the stubborn rust spots off. It took a while. I got it, but like that was just a thin piece of copper or whatever. On Skull-electric, that'd be much thicker. It would take you much longer to restore Skull-electric track. Point is, I think I broke it out once in high school, and I thought we were bored, and I thought it was pretty fun. It was fun. It was perfectly fine for a teenager to make a big horse on like a rainy week, because we're Canadian. When we get bad weather, you'll get cabin fever. And it was a good way to kill some time. So I got older, and then I stumbled upon Matt Copeland Adventures. Sorry, Matt Copeland Adventures. Matt Copeland's YouTube channel, The Monster Hobbies, is what he calls now. And I want to do a little side note here. Do not know why that dude made a secondary channel. Like, he made it, and said High River, whatever, Alberta, or whatever he did. The thing is, Amanda, you can just change your YouTube name.
I know, that's what I was thinking as you were.
Like, I have no, yeah, exactly. That was called the boomer maneuver. Like, I have no idea why he did that. Just so, if you're listening, Monster Hobbies, you could have just changed your freaking name. That's what we do with Sunday Slot Cars. If I played a clip from me stealing that bridge, guess what? This Sunday Slot Cars channel was literally my old, just everyday personal channel. And I had some subscribers on it. I was like, well, I'm not going to change the Yu-Gi-Oh! One I used to do, so I'm just going to screw this channel over. So I think we started with like 25 subscribers off the bat. No regrets. Enjoy your slot car videos, guys. For any old subscribers who might see this and be in like, what the heck am I subscribed to slot cars for?
The old subscribers are probably people you know in real life, to be honest.
No. Some of them were old women I dated because they were from. I posted a Plenty of Fish. I posted my thing on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, but they didn't necessarily subscribe to you.
Yeah,
They would have
some of
just
them were
watched. Oh my goodness.
jealous. And I saw Carrera Digital being raced. I was like, what is this? Because I want you to understand, to anybody that defends Skolectric, Carrera, or even AFX's marketing, or SCX's, that company's still around. I'm not going to beat that dead horse, guys. It's dead. They're dead, okay? They're not coming to America. Go watch our previous slot car cast. And while you're at it, check out one of our racing videos because that got a little censored. I'm not going to get into that. So anyway, I mean censored by YouTube. So anyway, I was like, what is that? Because up until this point, no joke, and all I did as a kid was watch TV. That's all I ever did was watch TV. I was always on the internet when it became, because home internet became popular when I was a little kid. I didn't know there was any other slot car scales besides 1/43rd. So then I started researching it. And this is where you're involved. And I really want to know what you thought when I bought that HO set.
I don't remember really caring, did I? Because I don't think it was an expensive thing.
It cost us like $200, but it came with everything we needed. This was the muscle car shootout from AFX, so it came with a bunch of different turn radiuses. I'm pretty sure the newest ones come with the tightest turns possible, which sucks. And it also came with a lap counter, so I was pretty pleased with that. But I'm going to say this is like another little rant, is that AFX said they were going to come out with a holographic pit lane, which wasn't what I thought it was anyways, but it was supposed to come out for Android, and it never did.
I feel like, were we watching YouTube videos for it before?
Yeah, we watched it. I thought it looked really cool. And like, yeah, coming soon, the pit lane will come out for Android. It came out for iOS first. I don't know why it came out for iOS first. Is iOS the most popular phone? I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, because that's Apple, right?
Yeah, it's Apple. I'm pretty sure that Android's actually the most popular.
At the time, it was iPhone.
Okay.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
fair. I just think it's stupid that, they still haven't come up with it. I get AFX. I understand you're a small company, but it's been years. It's been 3 years. Like, you need to get this in gear. Either hire some programmers to convert your Apple script to Android. And yes, that is possible to do. Or just, rush development. Like, you need to come up with something. People have been waiting. So, we got the HO set. And I remember I liked it when we raced. I was sorry about talking about a league.
I took over our table and flying off was fun.
Yes. Those cars were small, though. You could tell they weren't going to break. So we did a couple races with that, and then I was just like, I got fed up. I'm like, listen, this just is not the same. This is not the same as 1/32. I could just tell. I wanted digital. And the other thing that was bugging me was just, it wasn't even racing, you know what I mean? And I'm just looking at making a figure 8. I'm like, I have to either get this turn pack, I might need more straights. I'm just not too sure what I'm doing here. You could we would switch lanes after like 5-minute heats. Like HO was fine. HO was fun, but I remember I did all this research before and I literally researched to what I wanted to see instead of what was the reality. And the reality is if you're an adult, you should be getting the largest scale you can fit. How did you feel about me working all those weekends?
Working all the weekends with the company?
Yeah. So working at my job, I ended up doing I ended up taking all the extra hours I could. Literally, it was ridiculous. How many months was it? It was a few months.
Oh, you mean, okay.
So just give me what you thought of it.
It was funny because you don't like weekends.
I know, and I worked for months. It was 2 or 3 months.
It wasn't every weekend, but you were working.
I tried.
I know them because you were like, every weekend shift I work is my fun money and it's going towards this.
Yes, Amanda and I had a big fight over it. You were like, you should be putting half towards the home. I'm like, go screw yourself. I'm not working for that. And I did put some of it. It just wasn't as much as you wanted me to put.
Whatever, your money's my money, my money's your
Yeah,
money.
whatever. Yeah, but it's my labor is for me when I'm doing it for that. It's not for you to buy a new spatula or vacuum cleaner. And by the way, I think I should have worked another 2 weekends. You were done with it. Like you say, I was done with it, but you were done with it too. Because this is right before we had Lumina. So I was like...
Yeah, I was pregnant.
Yeah, so I was like, you were pregnant. So you needed some help, and I was just like wasting the last moments before our child game, just saving up for the stupid slot car track. But I'm gonna say you liked it.
It's very possible they were wrong as to when that was.
No, it was right before
Just
you were
trying to think
pregnant.
of.
No, I remember you. I can tell you right now, you were
But then you
pregnant.
started, but you opened the business. Was it after she was a year old already?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why she was able to be at the market.
true. Okay, fine. Maybe you're right. Maybe that was then. I guess 2016, 2017 is when you bought that.
Yeah, I'm right a lot, guys. You did like it though, did you not? Enjoy Racing Spirit.
Racing Spirits. Now we're talking about the 132.
Yes,
It was fun, yeah.
your mom liked it.
My mom liked. My mom actually raced that
Yeah,
one.
she did. She came over and she said that was fun. Thank you.
Okay.
And I gotta say, I was trying to argue that it's like a budget hobby, and I wasn't gonna say it's a budget hobby, but I was like, it's initially an expensive investment, and then the price can go down. Like you don't, it's not like you have to buy new cars. It's not like you have to buy a new track. A starter set would be good enough for most people.
Yeah.
I've come to change my mind. It's just
Probably because once you buy one, you want to expand it and buy more. And...
Well, not that per se. Like you could technically like buying 6 cars. Okay, first off, you can get away with 4. I'm just gonna say if you're super poor, you know, 4. I was about to say another inappropriate joke, and I caught myself. I'm like, I do not want to get this censored again. So 4. I learned my lesson. Do not spake me again, YouTube algorithm. Okay, that was devastating. 4 cars is good enough for it will be good enough for you, okay? Unless you have like a big family or you have lots of friends who are into it, you're gonna be just fine at 4 cars
in
because
that case, like buy sets that come with 3 cars.
no, because
No?
those sets come with wire controllers. So if you want wireless, you're better off getting a wireless set.
Okay.
You're right. You're gonna keep buying. You don't kid yourself, dear listeners. You're gonna keep buying cars. That's just what's gonna happen. Now, I'm gonna title this like getting my wife into slot cars. I think it's pretty sad when you see these guys and they're like me versus 6 ghost cars, but that they talk about their wife or they'll show like pictures of their wife. I'm like, can your wife not race with you? How is a woman? I want to know this. How is a woman? Would you justify not playing it when your husband spent like 600 freaking dollars?
Well, I think it's about spending time together. So if you want to spend time with your husband, you're gonna do it.
It's like guys, I'm just telling you right now. I don't care about you racing 5 ghost cars. Okay? Oh, you can race 6. Sorry, my bad. You can race 6 ghost cars. I really don't care about you racing 6 ghost cars. Like when I see these YouTube videos of these guys like me versus 6 ghost cars, I'm like, this is like the saddest thing in the world.
How is that even like? How's that fun?
Some people
You just
literally.
get stuck behind the ghost car, and the ghost car stays the same speed the whole time, and you just.
That's all some people
Oh,
have.
it might just go right in front of you because it happens to be the lap that it changed lanes.
Yes. Well, you could do things too. Like you could like leave magnets in the ghost cars and then have your car magnetless. You know, even doing that, you're still probably gonna be able to go faster in that ghost car. I'm just saying, like, can you please race with your husbands? Like, dear wives who are listening to this, I hope your husbands put you in front of this and like heard me making fun of them because it's just so sad to me.
So sad.
It's so sad.
So sad.
So some people solo play, man. It's all they can do. Like, you know what I mean? Like they got nobody interested in their area and then they just solo play. But I'm like, you have a wife. You know, you can't get your wife to come in on with you. Like you and I think it's much better to watch just you and me with 1 ghost car even than watch somebody with 5 ghost cars or 6 ghost cars because it's like it's better to have a human opponent. It's not interesting to watch a constant speed.
Yeah, then everyone's emotions get into play, like our last race too.
Which you should totally check out. You should totally check out. That's the one that got censored, so please go watch our last race. It says intense slot car race in the picture.
The thumbnail is what it's called.
Yeah. So I guess I should elaborate a little bit more. We bought the starter set, and then I was like, okay, well, we need 2 other cars. We bought the wireless set controller duo, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you plan on getting more cars and adding more track, you are 99% of the time better off buying another set.
Yes, we made that. We were like, what did we do? It wasn't until later we were like, yeah, we probably would have saved money if we had bought a second set.
Oh yeah, like no joke, because We ended up buying an extension set, like with the big extension set, the one that comes with like 8 straights, the 2 forced crossovers, which I thought I was going to enjoy, but actually suck. The squeeze lane, and then the 4 straights. And it comes with 4 2x30s. You think that's nice and everything, but oh man, it's just so painful. Like, I'd rather, if you're going to expand your track, you're better off getting turns the first thing, besides the pit lane. Maybe get the pit lane first, get the turns, because the straight track, it's yeah, you know, your accessories come with straight track, especially now that you can get the check lanes. It's like, how much more straight track is most people going to use? You know what I mean? We ended up getting, I think it was our second, yeah, it was our second 132, and this is when we were going to move to the flea market, so I hadn't remodeled the basement like I did when I moved it back. Probably do that next slot car video, next slot car podcast while we close down the flea market. That'll be an interesting one. We did that, and we found it for $350 Canadian. And that came with 4 2x30s. So that was really nice. It did not come with much straight track, but it was an excellent additional set. Like, there are some sets that I consider just like add-ons, like these smaller sets that come with different turns or something. And it's like, it's good to have that, because having 4 2x30s extra is always nice. Like, the more wider turns you can get, the better. So we bought that, and you actually convinced me to buy that. Now, keep in mind, we had already gotten, so at this point, before that, we had, like I said, the extension set. We got, I think we had 6 cars already, because I had to have 6 people. And by the way, we rarely, if ever, play with all 6.
Yeah, thanks, friends.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if you're listening,
Throwing some shade. Sorry, friends.
if you guys are listening, go F yourselves, by the way. No one's gonna be listening to this.
No, they won't be.
So, and then we had the wireless. So we had, I don't even think we had 6 wireless. No, we definitely did not even have 6 controllers when we bought the 6 cars. It was just something we were gonna save up for. It was a 5x12 table when we first started. And then I just added some 2 feet boards to make it 5x4x12. And sorry, 5x4x14. So we did an expansion with the extension set, and then we decided to do the flea market thing when we found that set and everything. And then it took us a couple months to get stuff from Carrera, and then we expanded it expanded it again.
It was 20 feet, right?
Yeah, it was at 20 feet, so we expanded it again to 20 feet at the flea market. I'm just like, wow, like, the fact that we just could not get people to spend $2 was just amazing to me.
Okay, are we talking about that now, or is that next podcast?
Okay, you're right, sorry. To consider that a preview for the next podcast. How did we even get that extra truck? I think I bought...
Wasn't that when we were Mississauga?
No, that's where we got the extra set, but I'm talking about when we expanded to 20 feet. Anyway, this is not very important. We got a 124 set because we ended up breaking the box. What happened was the flea market was leaking, so it was wintertime. I put the box down. I figured it would be just fine putting it on the stove for a second and then wiping it down and putting it in the trunk, and it was not. The box got destroyed. We needed a 124 adapter anyways, so we ended up just buying the set, which we were going to use as a temporary track. We used it one time, didn't work. I don't need to get into this. This is freaking pointless. But anyways, long story short, that was a special track we raced on. That's the track we sold. But if we didn't do the flea market thing, let's just concentrate on what we did before, okay? We had the 6 cars. We had a 5.4x14 table, or 5x4x13, or something around those lines. We ended up adding borders to our track because we found the drifting added a lot. And I am, like, really for those borders. How about you? Like, if somebody's going to say, would I be okay with no borders instead of using the guardrail, what would you say to them?
Borders are nice.
I think they're needed. I honestly think you need to drift.
Well, the guardrail kind of help you stay on the track the whole time. And I thought you thought that was a little cheap. Like, you didn't think, like, it takes more skill.
Yeah, I found you could just ride the guardrail to victory. Like, it would always be better.
What I said.
Well, I know, but I'm saying it would always be advantageous to be on the outside rail with the guardrail. So you'd always be switching lanes to go the outside rail. Whereas it actually turned into the inside rail because we didn't have an even lane length. But that'd be interesting to see if I feel the same way about, is there a racing line with those with even lanes? I think there is, but it's not very big. Long story short, you just liked racing, and that's kind of how I got you into slot cars, eh? Like,
I'm competitive. We like to play things, you know.
Yeah, but what would your advice be for getting guys to get their wives involved?
letting them maybe pick a car they like, maybe. I don't know. Like, again,
Would
I'm
you
just
say? Would you say?
different.
Would you say getting the HO set helped ease you into getting the digital 132? Because that was a big investment.
Oh, yeah, I guess because, like, again, yeah, it was a jump in price, but
I
with this hobby, like, when you start, you can't really stop because you just keep want to keep going, keep building up, and that's why the HO wasn't really going to be enough for us anymore, and that's when we expanded, right?
Well, the HO, I felt like the cars felt the same too. They all felt super mind attraction. Like both of our cars were slightly different, but there was no difference between them driving. Well, anyways, so you do. Would you say though? You said yes that buying the smaller slot cars helped you ease into buying the big ones. Like it helped you out.
For me, yeah, because I did feel it was necessary.
Okay. So that's an interesting thing. I probably would not be spending $200 on an AFX set though, guys. There were some for like 130 that would have done the same thing.
What about the $25 ones, like 25 buck ones, like the cheapo ones?
I think the cheapo one, oh, you're talking about like the 140,
really cheap.
like the 143rd. Oh, I probably wouldn't buy a 143rd for an adult because that's just going to look like a toy and feel like a toy. The HOs are so much faster than 143rd. Like you, as an adult, you could be like, oh, well, I mean,
Do we still have the HO?
Yep.
We should do a race on that. Maybe record that.
Oh, that's a good idea. There you go. Now you're thinking. Well,
Should we wrap this up?
yeah, I am going to wrap this up. I guess you heard it from Amanda. Best thing to do would be I mean, you heard it from me and Amanda. So the first thing you do is you buy a little cheap AFX set, something like $100, 130 or less. And the next thing you do is you tell her, oh, well, we just need to stop after we buy the starter set. We don't need to buy anything more. Like, you're going to buy more. She doesn't.
Oh, the poison.
Yeah, you don't let her listen to this podcast. That's for sure.
Oh, but you were supposed to be listening to it earlier, though. Just a little clip.
Okay, so anyway, but would you say there's any slot cars like you wanted to buy? What about those Lolas?
I don't. Well, those are the new ones, but I don't know. I remember because we were looking at cars before to buy. I remember picking some.
Yeah, but you also liked the way the cars we bought recently drive.
Yeah, the TV car is pretty nice.
You like being able to
Smooth.
just gun it against the bank curve. So it does. You're a little sucked in this hobby too, but you were
I don't have an itch to buy more
you were
like you.
you were bugging me to buy scenery.
Well, just because of those other YouTube channels, and you're never gonna make it nice like that.
Thank you. I love you too. Good faith. Okay, this has gone on long enough. I'm glad you got to go over our pointless history, and we'll talk to you guys later. Oh, we're running out of battery. Bye bye.